From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
It is a storm system that I don't even have to point out, and you can see it, and I'm going to walk in and show it to you anyway, but this is a massive storm system. You don't see these very often. This is going to be one that really changes a lot of things as far as weather is concerned, and will have some big impacts as we start to head toward Christmas. Right now, leading edge of that in the cold front, associated with that out in the high plains, we've had warm, moist air coming over the cooler air near the surface, and there's several kind of lower disturbances. We've had heavy snows in some of the mountainous terrain out to the west, Sierra Nevada mountain ranges, the Wasatch, and then now into the Rockies. So it's getting to be kind of a big deal. We have blizzard warnings up to the north and northeastern portions of Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, and extending into Montana. Winds of 50 to 60 miles an hour and a foot to 2 feet of snow. Nobody's going to be traveling up there late tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be shut down. We have snow, which is nice for the mountains that extend all the way through the Rockies. And check this out. You get south of Phoenix, we have even a few areas that have winter storm warnings that are in the higher elevations, all the way down to Mexico. That's how powerful this storm is. Right here, it is affecting our weather. We're seeing scattered showers, moderate rains right now from downtown, north side downtown Tulsa. That extends back up over Skiatook Lake. These are moving north-northeast. Then we have a little bit of a break, and you see additional rain coming in on the southwest sides of Creek County, and then that's going to stay probably west of Tulsa, but additional rain is headed our way. So don't be surprised. It's going to be wet. And it could be stormy tonight out in the western half of the state. We're still watching a few strong to isolated severe storms trying to get going, and that should start to show up over the next 2 to 4 hours. We'll look at that at 9 and 10 o'clock as well. And then they'll start moving to the east as we go through the early morning hours. Then it'll start to transition more across eastern Oklahoma, primarily southeast of I-44 and most likely around I-40. So that'll be the heaviest thunderstorms in terms of maybe the best chance for bad things to happen, which would be wind and hail. And isolated tornado risk is not out of the realm of possibility. Right now, we're generally in the 50s. We're showing up with a southeast breeze. We have the scattered showers around, and those will continue, as I said, off and on tonight. More of the heavier rains won't show up until tomorrow morning, so this is just going to be kind of a wet night. And then about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning along the I-35 corridor, rain, occasionally maybe an embedded area with a few isolated severe storms will be possible down around Oklahoma City. And then as we go through the early morning hours here from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m., heavy rain and thunder. You might wake up with an early morning Mother Nature's alarm clock going on, as we'll have temperatures that'll be still in the 50s, so we're not really going to cool off at all. What's interesting about this is this wave will move on through from 7 o'clock and then through about 10 to 11. It should start to move on out of the area. That'll leave us with just a few remaining showers, and then gradually we'll start to clear out as we go through the afternoon. And temperatures are going to be in the 60s. You say, Trav, I thought you just said it was going to be winter. Well, that is headed our way, and so don't be surprised. Meantime, though, we're going to just deal with this little spring bout. We have a very low probability of really anything heavy other than maybe an inch or so of rain. That's pretty heavy. And then really it's just wind. I shouldn't say just. It's wind and some hail in some of the bigger cells. Isolated tornado risk is primarily if you're south of I-40. So Alan, Stephen, our storm trackers, they'll be watching that for you as we go through the early morning and on to about 9 o'clock time period. Then things should start to calm down. Half inch to an inch of rain is pretty much generalized across the area. My topsoil is muddy, but once you get below the topsoil, it's bone dry yet. So again, this is helping slowly get rid of the drought. By Wednesday, it's colder. We'll be in the 40s, maybe 50 down to the south. And the same thing on Thursday, more in the 40s than anything else. So it's cold weather headed our way, but we should see more sunshine. I think a lot of people will be happier with that. Obviously, a near 100% chance of rain tonight. Possibility is severe. And then next week, it's going to turn colder. And look what we have. We have a slight chance of precipitation next week. And when you have that colder weather, what do you end up with when there's precipitation? You could have some winter weather. So that's what we're looking at the possibility of for next week. So it's going to get colder, kind of little brief break around Sunday, but Monday it slams down, and then it's seriously cold. So that's going to be interesting what happens. Daniel and Debbie at 91st and Sheridan, they have Christmas lights going on right now, and that is one of the locations to check out. There's so many great locations for lights. Drizzle tonight, 54. Rain and thunderstorms then at about midnight to 7 a.m. across the areas from west to east. And then they'll be ending by the time we're at noon, looking pretty good. The extended forecast right now looks chilly next week, but some sunshine or later this week. Next week, though, holy moly, that is getting seriously cold as that Arctic front comes in on Monday. That's Look at Your 9-Day Plan. We're right back with sports.